What is the difference between a photo book and your album? How much does it cost? And what's a matted album? Why does it cost so much? Where are the albums made? Can we choose the photos for our album? Do we have to have the cake cut in the album? Now, a photo book it's made by a machine. And some of them do a really, really good job. It's a different standard of materials, it's a different standard of printing, but one very obvious difference is that the pages are soft, like a book, whereas with an album, these pages they're very firm and they're very solid, and they really, well, it's just a lot more of a physical object. You really feel like you're turning the pages of something grand. Weddings have never been less traditional. It's a chance for you to be expressive, just like the album is a chance for both of us to be expressive. But you know, if the cake cut doesn't excite you, it's gone. Inkjet is coming in as a trend. Inkjet, they are beautiful. I love them, but not for an album, because you're bound to have a cousin or an uncle or an auntie that's just going to go, "Oh, I love that photo," and actually poke the prints. Inkjets, it's too delicate. You can't do that to an inkjet print. You can get away with it on the printing style I'm using is called luster. It's very common, it's very old, it's really, really hard wearing. After 4 years, I've got a good feeling for the photos that are going to speak to people. We're looking for action, emotion, interaction, photos that describe relationships. 50 is a great number to work with. It depends on your budget. It affects the layout and design of the album. I'd say 30 is minimum and 70 is maximum. So I go through with 100 to 200 with the client. It's usually under an hour. It's some people, if they're decisive, it's half an hour. You need to detach from designing the album when choosing photos for your album. It's just impossible if you're trying to decide whether or not you want a vertical or a horizontal. If you're trying to see the album design whilst you're looking at the photos, you just can't move forward. Trust me, you just got to look at the photos, respond emotionally, and it either is or it isn't something you want to see in your album. It's that simple. Now, this video could kick around on the internet for a very long time, so I can't quote a price on this. At the moment, I'm recommending to clients you want to have a budget of give or take $1,000. It's intended to be a family heirloom. You know, you're supposed to be keeping it forever, so it absolutely must be the album you want. If someone's talking to me about cutting corners because maybe it's not a great time to throw money at an album, I'll actually say, please, call me in 6 months when things settle down, get over your honeymoon, and come back to me, and I want you to talk to me about the album you want to keep forever. Not the album you're going to wish you had an extra page in. I always show an album design to my clients before anything goes to print, before any leather gets cut, before anything binding happens. I'm waiting for the go-ahead from the client. You've got to look at it. I want to like your album, but you need to love your album. I'm happy to give every client a digital copy of the page layouts from their album, and I'm happy for you to reproduce it yourself, to put it on the wall or email it or share it in social networks. I don't ever want to send this craft overseas. This is a matted album page. It has a beveled window mount just like what's used in picture framing. When the print goes to the edge like this, it's often called a flush mount or magazine style. High quality black and white requires a dedicated print process, often referred to in the pro labs as true black and white. I'm very proud all of my album products are handmade in Melbourne.